Richie, good morning. Could you walk us through the recruitment process when you entered the transfer portal? Seemed like it went pretty quickly. I guess how quickly did Florida State reach out to you, and why was Florida State ultimately the right school for you?
The portal, like you said, it was a quick process for me. I entered it kind of late, but Florida State reached out pretty quickly after my name was officially in, and I think it was the right fit for me and the right fit for them. So yeah.
Go to Ira, right side.
Obviously, you're busy with your own seasons when you were in Gainesville, but were you aware of like the Florida State was kind of on the rise? Obviously, we played against them. What was it about when you played against them, or just seeing that made you willing to take their calls when they reached out?
Just always having a lot of respect for those guys. The way they handled themselves when they played us, and the discipline that it seemed like they had as a team was something that it was hard not to notice playing against them. So I knew that entering the portal, it would be a viable option for me.
Aslan?
Is there ever a thought, Richie, like when you enrolled at Florida, that as a freshman, like if this doesn't work out, I can always leave because there is the portal, and you kind of keep those relationships open and things go off on a nice foot when you do end up picking one school over the other?
Yeah, somewhat. But I won't say going in that I, as a freshman had a plan to leave later, or, necessarily wanted to leave later coming in. It was just the situation going into this year. I felt like that was what ended up being best for me. So yeah.
Up front, Kurt.
Hey Richie, being at another in-state school, did you know anybody here on the roster you were kind of able to talk to a little about, are things here similar to kind of what the coaches are telling me things are like here?
Yeah, definitely. I did know a couple guys over here already. I played with the running back, Keziah Holmes, and another offensive lineman, Leonard Tony. We were all teammates in high school, so yeah, I knew a couple guys coming over. And up to this point, everything that I was told in recruiting has matched up to what's been going on here on a day in and day out basis. So yeah.
Go to Chris.
Hey Richie, I know you played a ton of guard at UF, but is there a possibility of also playing center here? What's kind of the plan going into the spring?
Yeah, just because Coach Atkins likes to cross-train guys, that can. That's just something he's always done. He's done with a lot of guys. We got guys here like Darius who played every position on the offensive line. So I think it's definitely something that's probably going to happen in the spring. Play some center, but yeah, I'm just here to help.
What have your impressions of Coach Atkins been, and how can he help you, I guess, get you to the next evolution, next stage in your game?
Yeah, I've had a great first impression of Coach Atkins so far. I felt like we didn't have too much time in that short window when I was in the portal, but when I was up here on my visit, I got to know him pretty well, and everything that he's told me, in recruiting process, like I said, is matched up to what's going on here every day. So I can't ask for anything more. And as far as me as a player, he's just he's a great offensive line coach. He's a technician, and I feel like he's really on accountability and not just what he can do for you, but what you can do for you. So and I really appreciate that. So.
Ira.
Obviously, you guys weren't having the kind of success you hoped to have at your prior school. How important, when you were evaluating your options, was just getting to a place where you could win, maybe win championships, or what were the other factors that went into your decision?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was really a main factor in it. It was just what was going to be the best fit for me. Yeah.
Yeah, at this point in your career, Richie, do you embrace it? Do you like the fact that you're going to cross-train, or would you like just to kind of have a home and be like, this is the spot that you guys want me at? I'm going to put everything I have into being the best at this one position.
No, not necessarily. I like the idea of cross-training, being able to play multiple positions, because I feel like that just adds value to you as a player and to your team.
Ira.
What did Keziah and Leonard tell you during either before you went in the portal or when you went in the portal?
Yeah, after I went into the portal, I was able to talk to those guys about this place, and just that the relationships they build here. Coach Norvell has a real relationship with guys in the building, and his door is always open. And up to this point of me being here, that's held true. You know, he's a big energy guy. He's in here every single day, you know, big smile on his face, yelling at everybody. So you can't ask for nothing better as a player, you know.
Jordan?
Richie, can you talk about the off-season workout so far, tour of duty, and what your physical goals are, going into the spring?
Yeah, tour duty is the real deal. We did something similar to that in our off season at my last school, but I feel like the intensity of it here is just on a whole nother level. You know?
Ira?
I've looked at the list of schools you were considering coming out of high school. Was Florida State, did they try to get involved? Were they involved in any part of the process?
Yeah, Florida State was involved when I was coming out of high school early, but I had committed to Florida before my senior year started, and I actually enrolled early for bowl practice. So like by the time, you know, they were bringing this staff in, I was basically already getting ready to go to school. So it was kind of too late to build a relationship with this staff at that time, but I had a relationship with the previous staff.
We'll go back to Jordan.
Richie, like you mentioned, you spent your whole career at, the school before this. Can you just talk about your transition in Tallahassee so far and what really stood out to you?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the
Your
last part?
transition right now to Tallahassee, like how the first month has been?
Oh yeah, it's been a smooth transition. You know, I like Tallahassee a lot actually. I hadn't really had too much experience up here outside of, you know, coming here to play games. But yeah, it's been a smooth transition so far for sure.
Anything else for Richie? I think we're good. Thanks, man.